Listen. Yeah. Yes, go. Get that out of there. See, we got this camera working again. Yeah. And we got the mic working. 1, 2, 1, 2. I need to lift you up, baby. I just want to lift you up and get you where you need to go. I don't know where we're going with that. But listen, hey, everybody, it's your boy, Matty-Rants. Thank you so much for tuning in to another live review recap and a promotion of the reaction. See, yeah. Oh no, I'm already losing things. See, I did too much. That's actually kind of the emphasis of everything with what I do and what I've been doing on this platform. But we're going to be talking about RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 10, Episode 11, the Talent Invitational Tournament. And all that kind of good stuff. So hit that like button. Make sure you share this video on your social media platforms and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because why haven't you? I don't want to know. I asked the question, but I do not want the answer. A true Libra. We appreciate you so much for being here today. We, as in the Rant Pack, and me and my multiple personalities. I don't have a diagnosis just yet, but we're getting there. We're coming soon. Coming soon. So hopefully everyone had a great week this week. I do want to tell you what we need to talk about in terms of what's to come next week on this channel, because there is going to be a lot that I have to cover. So much that I have to cover next week because promises were made. Let me get this light right though, because it looks crazy right now. And yeah, it's not that time of day. It is hot as tuck outside. Okay. Excuse me. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. All right. Ooh. There we go. But you got a little warmer. Yeah, a little lower in the warmth than the month of the month. There we go. Mucho better. Mucho better. Boom. Hello. I figured out what was wrong with the camera. And it had something to do with the permissions that I guess was going on with the browser that updated. There was no email, nothing like that. But I did my own sort of like, let me test this out and figure it out. Boom, figured it out. And now we have the HD camera working again. I pay too much for StreamYard for me not to use this to the highest level. Plus this microphone that we got back today. So thank you for being here. Now, next week, and I'm going to give this announcement now because it's a part of the beginning of this episode, and then we're going to get to the review. I promise. I talked about Drag Race France All-Stars. And I talked about Drag Race Brazil Season 2. So I have decided, mental health reasons specifically, plus a lot that I have on my plate with, of course, applying for some new jobs. I actually have an interview with somebody from a television show I covered. That is a very serious interview coming up, and we did do our pre-interview already, but I'll be filming that this upcoming week. I need to focus on that one because it's going to be a very tough video. I'm not just giving you a heads up. It's going to be a lot of revelations, a lot to be revealed, and it has something to do with the show that we talked about. And this person wants to tell their side of the story. It's going to be a different sort of side of what I normally do on my channel. This is going to be serious, but it's also going to be, somebody telling you their truth and, where they're from and what's going on, and sort of give you a different point of view and a different lens of what you saw on television compared to what was their reality. And so I have been working on making sure I don't get sued and that what I'm talking about it's under YouTube's terms of service and guidelines, because it's some very serious topics. Yes, I'm excited for y'all to find out who it is too, because it'll gag you, especially if you have been following my channel and you have been like tuned into the tuning in and all that kind of good stuff of shows I've covered. Yeah, and it's interesting because I want to shout out to one of the producers on the show. They actually hit me up inviting me into that conversation. That person has trusted me with it. They saw the interview I did with AJ from House on Fire, so they feel comfortable with it. But we shall see. And I just want to let y'all know that is coming up, but it's something I have to take. I've done my research already. I'm still doing more research on certain things, and I'm trying to make sure that I edit this and make sure they feel comfortable with their story, this, that, and the other. Yeah, but they want to tell it. They asked me to do it. I said, okay. And so that's where we're going. But I'll let you know more about that in the future. So for Drag Race France All-Stars and for Drag Race Brazil, those are going to be videos that are edited. Those will not be live reviews that I do. So please be on the lookout for those this week. You will see Drag Race France All-Stars on Monday. And then Brazil, you will more than likely see Tuesday on my channel. So instead of the live reviews like I normally do, which again, we will continue with All Stars 10, going into some other shows this way. Those 2 international seasons in particular, I will be having as edited reviews, no more than 30 minutes a pop, getting into the show and giving my takes, this, that, and the other. So make sure you tune into those edited reviews. I know a lot of people have, what's the word I'm looking for? Been like, I can't do the lives. I can't do the lives. Okay, well, show up for the edited ones then, because you asked for it. I'm giving it to you. I know I started and I stopped it, but that's what we're going to do. As far as a rant with me, Aqua, that's a great question. I will be back to doing that this week as well. I took a pause because I have been extremely busy on the not Matty-Rants side of the world right now, trying to get a whole bunch of things taken care of on my scale of being able to stay alive and finding work and fixing up a couple of things here and there. So I do apologize that I've missed a couple of those that I normally do weekly, but I will be back to doing those again consistently starting next week. I just had to get some things taken care of. And all that good stuff. I think that's it for things to come. Oh, Project Runway, July 31st. I am going to be covering that. Big Brother is going to be something I include in those rant with me's, only because I realize that I'm actually putting on too much, especially for the videos I'm trying to do, plus the outside things I'm trying to do. So we'll get there. But yeah, you will have a full schedule. Plus, if you're on Patreon, those reactions for both of those international shows, I talked about doing them this weekend. They will be posted this upcoming weekday, again, Monday and Tuesday. It's been crazy for me. New stuff is on the plate, good things on the plate. So I got to take care of that, if you will. That's just the honest truth about it. It's like, okay, there's a lot going on right now, and it's good and it's not bad, and I need to take that in. So yeah, your boy's really busy towards this end of July going into August, and hopefully we get even busier. That's what I am hoping for. So yes, all my links are in the about section of this YouTube channel. You can find me in my social media spaces and places there for the Linktree link. If you did want full access, it's basically at Matty-Rants, except for Twitter, which is at the Matty-Rants. I'm also on Blue Sky for those of you who like less toxic environments of social media. Catch me over there. I am an affiliate partner with Paramount Plus. You get that free week of Paramount Plus on me for watching All Stars 10 plus all the other shows they have on there, which is a great selection. Get that Paramount Plus. Bookable on Cameo, merch available at dragqueenmerch.com. I have a P.O. box if you want to send anything lovely to. I'll open on the channel. What else? I was like, wait, there's more? Is there? I think I'm done. I think that's it. It's the quickest way I've ever done that. I also didn't do it in my normal order. That's why it's, Patreon. Of course, the Patreon where I do all my reactions for as low as $1 a month. I have this episode already posted on Patreon, so check me out over there. Thank you. Why can't you make a gaming channel? I miss those videos. Why don't I make a gaming channel and just not do it on here, since it's clearly not this audience in particular, and I separate the two? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I honestly wanted to get a Switch 2 first, because they actually have something with a camera I can work into streaming that way. And I've seen some videos already with people saying, yes, it's easier to stream that way. And I'm like, because I wanted to, you know me, I'm a Nintendo guy, and PlayStation was fun, but I play a lot of Animal Crossing. I play a lot of party games and this, that, and the other, and PlayStation doesn't really have that many party games for me. So I was going to kind of wait until that and then sort of get back into trying that more seriously. Plus, I need a new computer. No shade. I have literally started putting away for a new computer, because this one right now, she's at 7 years, I think. almost 7 years old. And as much as I've taken care of it, it's starting to show. I'm starting to hear the sounds are starting to sounding. So I'm trying to figure out if I need to get a PC or something that'll make it easier to stream this, that, and the other. But it has not I've not lost that feeling of wanting to do that. That for sure. Members only? I don't know about that because not for gaming. It'd probably be different if I just did a different channel. Like for members only, it'd be different kind of streams, like lives that are very rant pack core, if you will. Shout out to JMCL. Thank you so much for the Clovers of Luck for the TV interview. Thank you. I appreciate you, JMCL. Thank you so very much for your generosity. I appreciate it today. And if you did want to drop a little tippy poo in my jar, please and thank you. It goes a long, long way. PayPal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $Matt924, as well as $Matty-Rants, and Venmo Matty-Rants. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to have some opinions today. This program is for entertainment purposes only, and content's not intended to malign any religion, race, gender, company, individual, or wigs, and all opinions expressed by myself are just my sole personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every being on the planet. If I talk about popping anybody, if I talk about dragging, tagging, bagging, or doing anything like that, don't take that seriously, even though in reality, there are people who have taken that seriously because it's but like, this is me just speaking figuratively and not like we're actually like, you know what I mean? Like some people take this really seriously. Like you need to share the same opinions as me. And this is not that channel, baby. Like I don't give a fuck about you wanting or needing to have the same opinion as somebody else. And if you don't feel validated, you have to attack them. Get off. Right? But at the same time, it's just a difference in opinion. We enjoy the show. We support the show. We want the show to be better. But I don't know. This disclaimer went into another category. But sometimes I'm like, it is wild when people tell you you're wrong because you, and then like you can have your opinion, then someone tells you you wrong for the same opinion. Well, you can't tell me you just did that to somebody else, though. I'm tired. This fandom is tiring. All right. Now, I put that disclaimer up for a reason because, in all reality, like I am going to talk about a TV show. I have met some of these people outside of the television program, have shared shots, this, that, and the other, supported them, tipped them, do them down. And I'm still going to do that outside the TV show. When I see them out, give them love. If you want to take a shot, buy a drink, whatever. Shout out to Mistress. Shout out to my sister. Jada is out here in Houston right now. Shout out to my sisters. Whatever. Period. But if I was on the show, that's how I normally talk when I do whatever, whenever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to talk about the show. And if I was on any show that I talk about, I do the same. I put myself in there. That's me, Maddie. So when I talk about what's going to happen today, that's my sister, I'd have capped that bitch. Do you understand me? As much as that is like my good Jude. There is no way on God's green earth, had that been anybody, I don't give a fuck who you are. You touch me, you are getting tapped. And I thought that was wild to see that go down that way. And I'm glad that situation was resolved quickly. And it was more of a, that's my girl. We do this all the time. It went far. It did. It went further than it needed to go, but they capped it because they're friends. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's different. See, I have friends and we cool like that, but I have had friends who have done me the way Mistress has done me. I mean, not done me, but the way Mistress did Aja, okay? I had one even try it at a restaurant one time and got mad because they thought I was going off on them, and I really wasn't even dragging them like that. We were all drunk at the table just having a key, and someone's insecurity started to wake up. And so they decided that they wanted to buck in public, like as if that was going to be anything. And bitch, I laughed in their face because I thought that was ridiculous. And I said to myself, I'm not about to beat up somebody that I've known for years over nothing but alcohol. But this tells me a little bit about this person and how they operate and act when they do get a little bit of that liquid courage and how they operate. And I can't have that in my presence no more, because if I ever get in a situation again where we are drinking and this one's emotions want to get a little tucked, we're going to have a problem because I'm not going to be able to hold back. So Aja, yes, was me in that moment with Mistress. That's my girl. But like, you lucky we're doing this right now, because if this was another day, if this was another dollar, if this was another time, I'd have pulled you in and it'd been over. And I've been in jail and I'd been that. But I'm not as mad as everybody else is after the situation. I'm not saying that everybody's mad at Mistress and this, that, and the other, because to me, Mistress did what Mistress does. You know what I'm saying? And it was also a point where I kind of realized as I was watching the show, you know, is that she was gone. Mistress was out of it. I said, yeah, she was done. as much as I could see the delusion in the whole, I'm doing fine, this, that, and the other, I could see, I saw she being over it and it being like, I'm out. Like, and you know what? Before I walk out that door, before I leave this building, I'm going to set things on fire. I'm going to break glass. I'm going to piss people off. And then I'm going to walk out the door. I may be wrong about that, but that is what I was receiving of somebody's behavior in the way that they played this episode. Because facts are facts. When I watch that lip sync, yes, I'm Aja too. Where's the underwear? Where's the panties? Where's the reviews for the little dookie dukes? The scat holders, the Ice Spice hitters, where are they at? I saw those two actually lip syncing. And I was like, oh, okay. But I could see one in particular, it just, she was over it. And I said, okay, bet. Like, we got it. We got it. I like the lip sync, and maybe because I like the song, even though I don't like the remix of the song, they could just do the original, in my personal opinion. But like, I don't know. I'm not, oh Lord, because, you know, the Lydia stands, you know, they team, you know, interracial until somebody say something about them, then all of a sudden you all kinds of N-words. Let me not do all that to them today. But I'm not as enamored as everybody else is with the girls' lip syncing abilities, because half the time she'd be giving chaos, and the other time it'd be like, okay, she's chewing. But Mama be out there just chaos. That wig was tossed. Do you understand me? I said, you want to guess when that wig is going to fall back into place? Because I couldn't see it. You want to guess? That wig was out. Done. And I'm watching Mistress do pot de berets and full on like yows to this. No. But like, I still enjoyed what they gave, in my personal opinion. To be fair, I wasn't mad at the lip sync. I just was like, girl, that wig was out of place. The whole number, yuck. Like, and I'm like, no. And that girl be giving, like, you know, she got, like, she's Norm in fucking Home Alone. And she just got shocked by Macaulay Culkin's bitch ass. At the same time, I'm like, okay, I still enjoyed the show, if that makes any sense. I'm used to Lydia popping into that random pose where she looked like her hip gonna hurt afterwards, and then she gonna get up like she's sexy, but she really giving flat booty tease. But like Trey like it sometimes. They want just hold. They're trying to just get in the door. They do not want to go through the yard. Do you understand? Like, they just, where's the door? They want that apartment building. You feel what I'm saying? There's one door, two door, three door. They don't want to go through a yard. I hope you understand where I'm going. Flat. Okay, got it. Either way, when Mistress said, no one's ever beaten me in a lip sync, oh, I knew. I was like, in production. Step on in the room. Step on in the room. Because, I mean, you know, don't step on in the room. Especially how she been acting. Oh, the moment she said, I've never lost it, I said, here we go. And we have seen that happen before. Yes, Cleo, just like with Denali. I gave you an iconic lip sync the last time, I'm going to do it again. And then boom, lost it. And everyone's like, what? I said, don't give them people ammunition to humble. Do not give them ammunition to humble you, because they will do it so quickly. They'll do it so quickly. But either way, yes, I did enjoy this week's episode. personally, I was here for the drama as much as I'm like, couldn't have been me. I was kind of here for the cringe and awkward factor of it all and everybody's reactions to it. I hate to tell you, I am that kind of Libra. I love a little chaos and I love a little bit of nastiness, to be fair. But it also had a purpose because the storyline went, you not gonna get your way. High key. just being honest. You not gonna get your way. And you gonna have to fight. And then it's mother-daughter fighting too. I was like, oh, this is all right. Y'all did that. One of my favorite runways too, across the board, no shade. Bosco, I think that may be one of my favorite looks to ever grace Drag Race in the herstory of all herstories. That dress was phenomenal and you looked perfect. Perfection. I was like, she won this week for that alone. for that alone. The talent show was great, but that alone, oh my God in heaven. I was like, y'all, that is beauty personified. Yeah, I was okay. I was good with lip sync and okay. Because now I gotta get the pictures up so we can do this. But this last part is where I want to get into. This is for the people who don't have much of attention span. Just get my thoughts across real quick. Baby, you have that many people who are waiting for a phone call to return back to the competition. And there are only two people out of 3 votes. And it just so happens to be 2 people who had some dramatic ass mother tucking history on this season where it was, I got you before you got me, bitch. I know no. So one has a 66.6% chance. The other one has a 33.4% chance. Out of how many people? And it was when they said the only 3 judges who have been here for all 3 brackets. Stop it. I'm going to say it now, and here I go. You want to do this dumb shit again? The queens need to vote. Can't vote for themselves. You need to have an episode. Yeah, I'm talking about money. You need to have an episode where all them hoes come back. They have to do whatever they got to do. Talent show, whatever you want to give them bitches, because there's 10 of them. So that's 10. That's 2 groups right there. If you want to do girl groups or something stupid. I don't know what you want to do. You give top 2 a win, boom, no one goes home. They have to decide after that episode who gets to go to the finale because they get another chance to win some coin tots or a lip sync. Either that or they get their own lip sync and they get to do their own little thingy and they get their own money. But to have it between I do not like how that went down. I hated seeing my girl Angie up there just for a stunt. I was like, no. I was wanting to scream. Okay. Let's get to it. Those are just my initial thoughts. 5UK, thank you so much for the first super chat of the day. Mistress gave reality TV. Love or loathe her. This was old school Bravo quality reality television. You know what? Yeah, before I go further, let me address that because I'm going to give a whole lot of what I would do in about 5 minutes, give or take 10, 15, however long-winded I am. I'm not mad at what Mistress did this season. I'm not. Whether it was cringy, whether it was effective, whether it was entertaining, whether it was loathsome, whatever we want to do, they played their fucking position. They played their part. Yeah. The first portion of the show is where she was shining the hardest because the game and how you could manipulate worked. And it was perfect for her kind of play. When we got to this portion of the show, It's a bit different because it became old school rules. And so doing all of the semantics in the workroom is not as effective because we're not playing a point game. No one's voting for you. It's the judges. This is not being judged. To me, I was still a fan of some of the fuckery, though. Not as angry and not to say angry, but as disagreeable as my other panel co-hosts that really didn't care for that. I personally enjoy bullshit like that. I watch Now That's TV, so that should tell you I be into some real argumentative ass shit. Some real conflict. Run me that. Very on my soul. You know what I'm saying? On my soul. I'm on that. I be watching shit like that. So for me, I be here for the fuckery. I be here for the rah-rahs and the sis boom bows, because I would always think, what am I going to do in that situation if a girl ever try me? Or what if I'm that person and I'm out of whole line and someone got to check my ass? How am I going to give? I put myself in those situations. It's entertaining to me, but others may not find that to be as enjoyable to watch. I can respect it. I get it. That's why some people don't watch horror movies and other things, this and the other. But I think that some of the fandom has taken a little bit of what they saw on television to such a personal level that it's crazy. It's crazy to me. Like, y'all are, I mean, I just said, I just put myself in these situations too, right? You know what I mean? But I guess I can disassociate better, because once I'm done talking about it or had my feels, it's not something I carry into like the next year or possibly. Remember that one time when she did, she made me so much. Not really, not that, because in reality, I kind of want to see what you do outside the show. I want to see you perform and this, that, under a different scope. The reality of life lens, not whatever World of Wonder and whoever is producing it wants me to see. You know what I mean? So, yeah, parasocial. So a lot. I mean, I was reading some things, boy. I said, my God, this is getting deep. Like, who hurt you? Who hurt you? That was my problem. It felt like a lot of people have some trauma that when they see it on television, they're not healed from, and I'm not coming for your homes. I'm just saying, some of y'all be taking shit to heart. That's not real. It's not even reality. Some of that stuff is just fabricated fucking storyline bullshit, and you be taking it to heart. Like, you got to pause, pick up something else real quick, because it's not that deep. Like, mind you, Sasha and Mistress having their whole little thing or whatever about the blocking, that's actually between just them. As much as it's like the fans, like, we can find out the tea and that's fine. But in reality, those are the two parties that are in that issue. Not Jan, not Fred, not Samantha, Tavian. Nobody else is in that. It's just those two people. That's it. Same thing with Akira, and so that's them two people. That's their shit. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I can't, but it is what it is. Sorry, I had to give my little speech, but I love Mistress. I love all the girls who sometimes get that sort of edit of like they're rude, nasty, or whatever. I just know that outside the show, it's not that deep, but it can look a little wild on TV. It can look a little like, okay, bitch, we doing too much. And I thought this week my girl was doing a little too much. True tea. But thank you again for another super chat. I'm a Pisces. No, I'm just Reese's Pieces. I'm playing. I'm a Pisces that likes mess, Maddie. I can't help it. Listen, I'm a Libra that loves to balance and weigh everything. You feel me? Like, so that's why I like conflict, because now I can go into that like, ooh, okay, so let's see who's right on the right or wrong side of this equation, and maybe there's a balance. Maybe both parties are. You know, I don't know. I like shit like that. But anywho, let's get the ball started, because I already knew the moment that this started up, y'all, the moment that this episode began, the way how Mistress walked into that workroom after that elimination of Cynthia Lee Fontaine. I knew where this was going, how this was going down. I wouldn't have let that girl get me uninterrupted for any motherfucking thing, because I already know she's hot. She is pissed. we're not going to ask her any questions. You can sit over there and be angry. That's what would have really been the eat. That's what I was kind of I'm like, did the producers prompt them to be like, Mistress, what's going on? Or they just want to know? Because for me, oh no, no. Because I see what she doing. So like, no. No, bitch. You could be toasted over there. Furious. I'm not paying you, because if I pay you, you're going to give back. And I don't want to get my receipts. I'm good on that. That's the thing about them. You know that girl is going to give you some sort of facetious bullshit. Like, why are we doing this whole thing? What? Yes, I'm fine, perfectly. Then goes right back to this, the whole Ginger. Everything okay? I'm like, now why of you of all people? Of all the people, do not speak to her. She was just trying to fuck with you last episode. Why are you asking her anything right now? Like, please let that girl just be mad. Let her be mad in that little corner, because that's that bullshit. You let her be seethy over there, because like she just tells you the next day, if I get the opportunity, or if I'm like, I have to be quiet, I'm going to say something I'm going to regret. Oh, okay. You bet. Let you say it in your head, because I know that's where it's the loudest. Go off. Awkward as this may be, you let them be the one. You let them be the two. You let them be the three. Because I'm not for it. No. You can have all uno, dos, and tres, because cuatro don't cinco or ses with you, bitch. I don't think so. No. You are right, Brittany, yes. You are supposed to pay her. And then you already know, when we get to the next mirror, you saw that bullshit? She was trying. She wanted us to be like, girl, you good? Fuck all that. Let her be mad. Let that bitch be mad. Fuck it right, you mad. Talking all that shit earlier. And again, I love Mistress. Play when she wants to, but I'm like, oh no, I wouldn't have fed her that day. Do not feed the animals, they say at the zoo. No. Diabetes being quiet. Yes. Because that's me watching this too. I'm honest. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm dying in this moment. I'm all right. Like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, oh, she's feeling it. But I'm not going to say nothing, because why? Don't feed her. I'm going to give her that little bit like, oh, okay. Good for you. The whole to Ginger, I hope you win the whole thing. Man. In front of everybody. I said, yeah, she is over it. And it is burn everything on the way out the door. That's all this is. She is over it. It's a wrap. It's a whoop. Yeah, I'm about to drop things on the ground, and I'm about to break it off the full bed. I gagged when she did the Ginger bit. I gagged because it was sarcasm, but it was also the fact that she did that in front of the other girls too. And again, she'd go right back to just staring blankly straight forward. So like, I'm sorry, I did kind of kickle a little bit in my spirit, because it's like, oh. It's like, oh, like, okay, it's not getting any better. It's getting worse. The more you talk to it, the more it just gets worse. Oh, she wanted to go in. Ginger's face after Mistress saying that, though, oh, that broke me a tad bit. I felt so bad for Ginger, because she was smiling and it faded so fast. I was like, ooh. That's one of those, oh. Like, oh. Maddie, do you think there were elements of truth to Mistress claiming she had laughs? I think so. We see that all the time. They give us different point of views. To be fair, I thought her performance was not as bad as people on the internet are trying to make it out to be. I think that it was a little harder to go up against than the other ones. And if I put it up on a scale with everybody else, you know, I'd say it was in the lower marks, but not because it was like awful, but because it was like, oh, well, this is cute. It was cute. Do you feel what I mean? Like her thing was cute. It wasn't like, oh my God, that was amazing. It was cute and it was good, but it wasn't the greatest thing of all time. And it did not like gag nobody. But I also would, you know, say that, yeah, I felt the same way about Diabetes' performance. It didn't gag me. It did not. I was like, oh, okay, cool. She had them like colorful titties on with that alabaster skin, was rocking this fuck ass wig, full on, like all, yeah, okay, we stay. You know what I mean? So like there were a couple I was like, okay, that's fine, that's good. But I didn't think anybody was bad this week. Personally, I just think I don't think it was bad. When she did the lip sync part, oh, she chewed down. When she had to do the side effects includes, I was like, oh, she ate that. She ate that up. She did. She ate that up. But very that. 5 UK 2003. Wow, this was Lucy Laduca's favorite episode for sure. No, this was Malaysia Baby Doll. Baby Doll, Baby Doll, Baby Dolls. Favorite episode. No, this is Malaysia's favorite episode via Twitter. Yeah. The room was definitely I'm glad you brought this up, Marcus, because I agree. There were a lot of emotional people outside of like Aja specifically. But the girls were emotional when Mistress got eliminated. And so I was thinking to myself, and I watched Untucked too. I was like, did we miss something? Not that we missed anything, because I know Mistress has worked with a lot of these people outside the show. Hell, when I saw Mistress for Work the World, Bosco was on the same. Bosco and Georges were on the same cast, actually. And they've spent time on the road together. So I think those personal relationships do hold dear in those situations. But like, I mean, Mistress is not an evil person, as much as people really want her to be that based off of what they see on television. That is not an evil person. That's someone who has very much fought for what they want. It's just, this was not a favorable episode in terms of how they looked when they were not happy. Just to be honest with you. AJ, honestly, I wish Mistress stayed. She was giving good drama. Ooh, my reasons are somewhat the same, but a little bit different. I wish she stayed because her season didn't just finish. Even though I do love me some Lydia, I kind of wish Lydia came back for a different season of All Stars after like some time to rest, and well, at least for us as viewers, so we can miss some of the butt, if you will. No shade. I'm just being honest with you. Like, I mean, yeah, there's only one episode left, but I would have preferred to have seen my Houston sister have to perform going forward. If we're going to be honest. So, now, Mistress, bitch. Oh, the way I wanted to be like, oh, I wish I could be, not based on my numbers. Some of y'all need this. I can just go on YouTube, make me a quick little video, girl, and cack. Baby. Wow. Scream. In my body and in my soul and in my spirit. Because let's say Mistress and I are in the same room with my numbers right now. girl. I had to run up there and had to hold me back. They had to hold me back. Maddie, no. I said, bitch, that was for me. That was for me. Don't fuck with me. You know the algorithm sees me. They know my color. You know, I swear to you, one of these days, somebody in this show is going to throw something. And that's going to be the day I really fall in love back with Drag Race. I'm already, you know, that's my baby show. I love it down. But like, I'm sorry. I could not be here and they can't tell me I can't touch somebody because that bitch actually goes to touch somebody in a second. And it gagged me. It gagged me. Good. You'd have to be my best Judy. The laugh was fucking uncomfortable. George's sister, like her popper high is going down from that, right? But the following day, it's baby. I had a little moment. It was bad. Oops to oop. Okay, we could move on from that. That's great, Sister Keek. Ginger then asked Aja, okay, so let's talk about you because low-key, you were also having your stuff going on. As Aja is talking, Mistress starts to cackle, a little keek. And Aja has to be like, girl, so what's so funny? Now continue with what you're saying. Don't worry about me. I can't laugh. Let me tell you, Aja tried to pay it several times and gave grace. You know who wouldn't have paid this and who would have went right into it with Mistress? And it would have been the longest of the windest of the very arguments that we would have had. Tina Burner would have went right in. See, this is that bullshit. No. Tina would have ate this up. Tina would have ate this up. Oh, you're going to interrupt me? All right, let's go. Oh, Tina would have ate this up, child. She would have been like, I can't, this bitch. No, Aja paid it. Aja paid it. And she paid it the first time. And when she paid it, she said, oh, so you're not going to give me what I want? Bitch, I'm going to pull your hair back. Because I want your ear so you can hear me. And I'm about to laugh in your ear. And then check you for checking me. Oh, thank you so much for tuning in. Before I give a very long response, this program is for entertainment purposes only and content not intended to malign any religion, race, gender, company, individual, wigs. These are just my opinions. Do not send hate to anybody that we talk about today, nor shows or individuals mentioned on this program. Grab your libations, don't post this post in the chat, and don't feel uncomfortable viewing this program. It's not required. If you want to drop a tippy poo in my jar, please and thank you. PayPal.me for /MattyRants, Cash App $Matt924, as well as $MattyRants, and Venmo MattyRants. Shout out to JMCL and 5UK today for the tippy poos through Super Chats and Cash App. Appreciate you all so much. And thank you everybody else for tuning in and being a part of the live chat. We've got 200 plus in the live. Here we go. I would have been escorted off the lot. I would have been escorted off 38 years. I'd have been escorted off the lot. I remember being in Hamburger Mary's in West Hollywood, and Delta Work was hosting a show on a Sunday, and this man come out the bathroom while I was waiting. And I had my hair out curly at the time. And he was drunk. And he put his hands in my hair coming out the bathroom. I love your curly hair. What are you putting in it? I don't know why your hands are a part of my product regimen. I will never forget this day. I will never forget this day. Jamar84 knows about this day. At the time, I was dating this dude who basically talked so much shit about me after we broke up for no apparent reason, for some odd reason, lying on my ass for all that reasons, kind of do this time, around the time I was there. I had pulled his hands out of my hair, but was gripping his wrist to break them. Do not put your hands in my hair. To which they took offense. They took offense to me saying, do not put your hands in my hair. I'm just trying to give you a compliment. Ugh. Then start talking some shit to their friend doing this to me. Bitch, I'm from Houston. I will drag you, bag you, tag you, and dump you. You have lost your fucking mind. So I love you, Aja. God bless you. Because, like, had Jamar not been there, had my man at the time, who I'm no longer with, been there, Delta looking at me while she was hosting the show to be like, you good? Like, I would have immediately gone to jail that day. Because I just knew I'm about to hit him in the throat. He gonna start to, that's gonna give me them headshots in. When he's on the ground, I'm gonna stomp. I already planned it. Within them 2 seconds, I planned it. I planned it. I don't know what all that means, Louise, to me, because Mistress and I didn't grow up together, but okay. I'm not scared of anybody from anybody or anywhere in New York either. Now what? Like, that don't mean shit to me. Like, you talk about, okay, yeah, and do you know how to fight though? That's all that matters, because there are people who live in those places that do not know how to swing either. But I was raised to know how to fight, literally. I had to, regardless. I thought that's crazy. Well, isn't this from this and this from this? I don't mean fucking shit. That means not a lick. Nothing. Okay? Nothing. Hands are rated E for everybody. And that applies to anybody in the spectrum of this world. Okay? It doesn't matter how tall the tree is or how short the shrub. Bitch, somebody got thorns. And not everybody ready. Just so we're clear. I'm good for humbling girls that think I need to be humbled over some dumb shit that I don't need to be humbled for, 1. And 2, I'm very good at backing my words up. I have been known for that out here. Very known for that. You want to fight? Okay, cool. Sure. I don't like to, but trust me. I will oblige, marry. I will marry. J-blige. I will, very much that. Because I know my lawyer's number by heart, and I know the money to call for the bail. We good. But me now, in my age, and currently how I just do not feel like going through all that process again, girls, going to jail is stupid. Trust me. I'm not about to fight nobody over nothing. It's going to be on some real ass shit. But like, you doing all that to me, oh, bitch, I would have contemplated. Very much. If I just elbow her in the face, will it break her nose? Will she be bleeding, and will I get in trouble? Like, that would be where my mind was at. Like, what would happen? Ooh, just like that. What, like D4L, you know what I mean? Like, I was doing a dance move and I didn't know she was there, or her breath like triggered some sort of like reactionary response from some trauma in my childhood that would then make me do one of these. You know, we in the club, we drive slow, we make the girls do. I was just practicing my choreography for the lip sync song. You want to guess the color, you know what I mean? Like, it would have been something. But with time comes wisdom. With age comes grace. Not for everybody. And Justin Bieber, I am side-eyeing you for having that interlude on your album. I already knew you was on that kind of time, but Drewski is not your black card. Fuck you for that. That was the very weird shit I read. You almost sound like a black. I said is giving white Kanye. I'm like, something's giving. Well, you knew Drewski was a shuck and jiver. He just a swollen Kevin Hart. It's okay, like very much that. Anywho, let me continue on here. I got off topic because I started thinking about music, and I was like, you know what? Yeah. Oh, he released a surprise album in the middle of the night, and one of the interludes on there after one of the songs has Drewski saying, You almost made me think you was a black man. You sounded black for just a minute." Like, that's a whole interlude, like, of him, like, hyping, like, I'm not even bullshitting you. That's a whole interlude about that going into the next song. It's weak. It was like, what? Like, are you good? Like, what's happening? Like, what? You haven't had your Miley moment yet where you found out that, you was on the right side of it? Like, what's going on? It's weird. It shit was weird. And I'm looking at Drewski like, okay, so you just shucking and jiving now at this point. All right, Bojangles, pop off. Anywho, sorry, let me continue. It was just weird. It was just weird. To me, I heard that shit this morning. I said, what the fuck is going on today? Oh my God. And this is what we get for the whole clock it tea, because that's not, like, for one, y'all have changed this to clock it. It's really just applause, and that was ballroom applause teas, but like, I let it go for this. The Shablam, the dip, I'm never gonna let go. But that clock it, I'm gonna let that go because they've ran amok with that one. It's like, okay, girl. But you saw how Aja, when Georgia's finished the routine, did this. That wasn't she wasn't clocking it. She was just, it was cute. Tease, that's all. I think I'm standing on it because to me, I'm still never going to say clock it. I'm never, that's not what that is. To me, if someone gives a little something, I'm always like, but it's not clock it. It's not. It's okay though. Thank you. I was so confused. Yeah, it was always applause. Speaking of which, Aja's performance reminded me so much of Legendary days. Like, no shade. I was like, this is Legendary level of Vogue performance where it's voguing, because she incorporated those 5 elements towards the end, but like she gave a show production number. I was like, oh, this was giving me your time on the Legendary, baby. I was like, we'll get to there in a second. But yeah, this whole moment was fucking awkward. I feel like I just want to start talking about other things because I kind of already gave the moment for what this is. Like, couldn't be me. Aja is a grown-ass woman here, and I was here for the I don't fight butch queens. I said, I know that's real. If you did, though, we'd be all right. It'd be like, yeah, girl, go off because you kind of deserve you. Yeah. Well, Law was more focused on the fashion and the look, aesthetic and style for the people versus performance. Because when he used to give his takes on the performance, I used to always kind of giggle to myself because I was like, I'll wait for Laomi. Lay? Like, let me hear what she has to say. Jamila, I'm not going to listen to ever. Why? You're a producer on the show. You're just there. Megan is drunk. That's my Houston sister, but look. So I'd be like, no, I'm not going to listen to the drunk girl. So I would really just be listening to Laomi. I'm going to be honest with you, or whoever they had on the panel that was from Ballroom at the time, Dominique Jackson. But you, all tea. I looked at Law for the look. I didn't look for him to give me performance taste. I was like, oh. Kiki was a good time. I did like Keeks. She's been on some other stuff lately. Decisions have been made. I don't know why she aligning herself with certain people. It's weird. I can hit y'all up as soon as I'm done with my review. I'm about halfway through it. Like, stop asking me for times. Listen, y'all, I am reigning supreme in Munchkin 2 weeks in a row. That's right, 2 weeks in a row, bitch. So Eric, let me lie to my friends, okay? So they want that run back. And I'm like, you guys, they want that lick back. I know they do. I know they do. 2 weeks in a row. Oh, I'd be mad at me too. I have never done 2 weeks in a row. Lies. I did that like the first time I started playing Munchkin. 2 in a row. Ate them up. No. If you're watching this Jafon yeah, bitch. No, I'm just playing. Don't come for me today because you had them curses ready. But no, I was stacked this last game. I ate, chewed, wizard, gnome combination. Oh, I was peeing, and I was playing a mistress kind of game. I'm not gonna lie. I was gaslighting people into attacking others. I was also, purposely putting my arm down on like viewpoints from others who were trying to check what I had when it was right there and they should have seen it the first time. And I'd move it so they could see it later, but I go right back down when I see that girl going for it again. Like, she's trying to see if I have something. No, bitch, don't worry about what's over here. Oh yeah. But I had a power of like 70 something by the time it was my turn for the final. And I'll please ate the monsters up. So if I go, based on the tips I made today, if I go back over there tonight, they're coming for me. They're coming for me, and I'm scared. But yes, I feel like I can do it 3 times in a row again. We'll see. Anyway, sorry. Shout out to my friends. Okay. Me, you. I'm in the same boat as you. I'm cackling at this. I'm not finding it awkward. I'm kind of like, this bitch has really lost her fucking mind. And okay, lose it, girl. George has even looked a little uncomfortable at this point, like, Jesus. Okay, so we're just doing this right now. This is just really happening. It was the kiss being blown, Aja being like, I again am going to pay this because what are we doing? And girl, you need to check yourself right now because you're doing too much to be responded with. I'm not going to take advice from anybody in your position right now. Yeah, that would have been assault and battery charges for me. Yeah, that would have been assault and battery. No way. Especially after last week's episode. No way. No way. I think I would have probably started laughing because I know I can't hit her and then we can't do violence on this show. This is not a Zeus production. There ain't no security like that. Security, there ain't nothing like that. Oh, I would have started laughing. I would have started giggling because there's just no way. Mistress, why are you laughing? Because you know how close to death you are. Like, and I could just see the tombstone. Here lies the bitch that tried me. What? Mistress is a Cancer, right? I heard about y'all. If you were ever put in a position where you feel things ain't fair, ain't right, oh my God. Woo! Y'all like to blow things up and watch everyone bleed. No shade. Y'all are emotional people, which I can relate to as somebody who is a Libra and Virgo rising in Gemini moon. Trust, I'm an emotional being myself. But I have seen y'all literally throw grenades and then walk away. That part. No, I think she's a Cancer. Let me see here. I think she's a Cancer. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Thank y'all for tuning in while I pull up this information. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rampack family. I appreciate you all so much for being here today. If you want to drop a little tippy poo in my jar for your boy hosting with the most in today, please and thank you. It is paypal.me/MattyRants. Cash App $ MattyRants, and Venmo and $ MattyRants as well, and Venmo Matty-Rants. And thank you so much for being here. Yeah, she's a Cancer. Aja's a Capricorn. Oh, I see it. I see that cap. There's only one Libra outside of Rachel who's going to be on this Big Brother season, which makes me sad because he will be the only representation, which means I'm going to have to hear some wide-headed motherfucker talk about that for the longest and give dissertations about things he read via an IG story that was left by somebody who has no background in the terminology of whatever the case may be, with whatever book was picked up in whatever store that has a weird smell to it and a coffee stain on the floor. Either way, excited. But yes, this was a tad bit uncomfortable. No lie. You know what I mean? No lie. I was Irene in this as well as Daya, because I'm like, I'm enjoying this a little bit, but I'm also not, because it's going so far into a level it just doesn't need to. It's like, why? Like, okay, yeah, I get it. Like, I get it, but no. I don't like confrontation, but I do meet it at the door. Like, if it's right there, you know what I mean? Like, if someone tries it, you can't walk away. You're not going to be able to walk away. I'm sorry. If you tempted me, that's different. But if you really just went and poked, oh no. The turnaround is, we got to address this now because we can't go far. We can't go far until this is fixed because you have lost your fucking mind. And I am the person to fix that. I'll give you a prescription. You cannot. Because there's no way. But yeah. What a way to start the episode. I said these first 8 minutes. Craziness. That was 8 minutes. 8 minutes of an hour of conversation. 8 minutes of just Mistress terrorizing the girls. I'm like, ooh, like. I said, my sister said, yeah, I want what I want. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Bad girls, he gave me the club to the bad girls club. Bad girls, I swear. Mistress took Aja's bed and pulled it. Okay, and like threw it down the stair. We didn't even know why. She just came in the house and was just really mad. It was like, you know what? I'm tired of her being here in the house, and I want her to go. Like, it was very that. It was very, I put something in your juice. I was like, okay, Matthew. They are told that they get to do a roast. Excuse me, not a roast, but the mini reading challenge, which I kind of thought they weren't going to do, and I'm so happy they're doing it. I let it go. I was like, they're not doing things the normal way they usually do it, so we're not going to get a mini reading challenge. But we did! Oh my God! Oh my gosh. Yay. Okay. Here we go. There were... I liked... was anyone bad to me? No, I thought we had some really good jokes. Bosco saying that George's throat should be named an orphanage now. That shit was fucking funny. What was Irene made one funny joke that had me cackling. I'm trying to remember. Oh, diabetic. It's commendable that you would name yourself after your disease, but why diabetic and not syphilis? That shit was fucking funny. I was like, no, wait a minute. It was the syphilis part. The way she did that was so nasty to me. I was like, oh my God, that was fucking funny. I actually liked Ginger's pothole joke too, talking about a gape or whatever girl, we just call you a pothole. I was like, okay, that was... There were a couple of really funny ones too. Oh, I thought that was quite funny. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. That syphilis one had me how it was just the alliteration. Syphilis. I said, wait a minute. Because I was wondering what name would she get outside of that? Oh. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I did like this reading challenge. It was funny. Ginger mentally, she smells like Manny. Was that Aja's joke? That sounds like something Aja would say. Because there's not that many people of color. I mean, unless we count what's left in Lydia's. Okay, moving on. Oh, yeah, it was Aja's. Okay, yeah, that felt very melanated. I'm here for it. I didn't say anything. I'm surprised no one called Lydia a bastard factory. That's a joke. I was also happy that George's, even though they're giving little Debbie cakes too in the background, was talking about girl Lydia butthole bitch Miss Thing with them giving back there. You ain't serving it. It's only just whole bitch. I was like, okay, for the gape. Come on, gate queen. Like that. I'd have been eating them up. Talk about some booty. But no, Bosco wins the mini challenge. Congratulations to Bosco. I thought they were the best next to Irene. Irene also deserved it low-key because Irene's was fucking funny. Let me take you on a journey towards them getting ready for this talent show and conversations in between and editing, if you will. I am not calling them out for anything because the last time I did this, Zeus sent me an email saying I was taking viewers for them for calling out an editing bit, but I need to discuss this because I talked about it on my Patreon. And as I was getting the screenshots, I was like, I can do it now because now I've seen this in slow motion. Did you see how they did this narration? Did you see how they set this edit up? Did you all see this shit? Okay. Look who, okay, this is them after RuPaul, slendered man out the room, okay? That's Irene walking and Lydia towards the mirrors, okay? Aja, Bosco, Georges, don't see Mistress. Mistress is behind at this point where we see Ginger and Dial, okay? All right. Now, and walk with me here. I love doing this shit for a living. And again, this is something I want to share. But I thought it was weird how they did this. Now, Mistress pops up into frame. And before we even talk to Diabetes and Ginger Minge, we have this moment with Bosco, Mistress, Aja, and Georges. Am I correct? Okay. And it's a small moment of, are you ready? What are you going to do? Now, you notice how Mistress and Aja are right next to each other. And we already had this whole moment in the beginning of the episode where they got into it. Okay, great. Boom. Moving on. Now let's talk about Diabetes and Ginger because technically we were not focused on Bosco and the rest of them for this scene just yet. We're going to get there. We're not there just yet. Oh my God, I love how I'm pulling this together. But then Diabetes and Ginger have their moment. Like, how'd you do on your talent show? How'd you do on your talent show? And you can see Aja and Mistress having this conversation with Bosco in the background. They're going to replay that moment that's happening right now, right after this scene with Ginger and Diabetes. Go and watch it back. I was gagging. I was like, oh. So we technically, because they're so close to each other, the scene is in the same frame. You just microphone took out the voices for them, let that be. And then because it happened at the same time, you then made it seem like, okay, well, after that, this is what, no. It happened at the same time. It's gonna get even better. Wait till I really get you, because you're gonna really find this funny when you see what happens with Irene and Lydia, because Lydia was one of the main pieces of the story of how everything is connected. Aha, here we go. I was like, this is fun. So now, out of nowhere, because we saw her in the initial frame, remember, Because mind you, Georges could actually be behind Diabetti right here because Diabetti is so tall. But what if it was wild that Georges wasn't even sitting down at this point in time? However, I think Georges was sitting there because technically we see her having this conversation here. But when you go here, you don't see her anymore. Uh-huh. I was like, Diabetti has to be that tall. Or she hasn't sat down yet. Either or. But either way, they put this whole, all of this happened within itself. And if you can see the tables, look at how they're sitting at this table and having the conversation, and it's just them talking. Are y'all not clocking in? This is wild. So like now out of like, mind you, here we are here, table, boom, them, we're talking. Here, boom, we're having this conversation. Okay, now we're at the same table, but they're not at the table anymore. I was like, what's happening? I was like, is that the same table? Because there's not a second table next to them whenever they're having the conversation or everything. I was losing it watching this today. I was losing it. I was like, did they move? And we just didn't know it because Lydia pops out of nowhere like the Matrix, okay? Looking like a young feminine Keanu Reeves over here without the sunlight. Both of them. But it's Lydia going, hey, how are y'all doing after what happened earlier today? But we had been seeing them having a conversation where they're both standing up. All right, sure. As they're saying, no, we just kicking, we cackle. Aja's over on the other side of the table. Mistress is on that side of the table. We then shift to them standing up. And I was just talking about the talent show, which like makes me believe that we've now come back to this part. It could be something completely different. I could be reading into this way too much. Unless, do you see what I'm talking about? How the way that edit is kind of wild because you showed them first, but then technically we saw Lydia going in that direction, but we didn't see her anymore because you're making the entire thing about Diabetti and Ginger for a moment before we get to this conversation. I said, oh, okay, interesting. So mind you, again, I broke that all down. Lydia now end up over here with Irene, who, if we all still remember, Irene also went off in the same direction at the beginning of this whole moment. I love it. I wonder how long was the time between this moment here and then Lydia going over there to Irene to have a conversation about said talent show. If they wanted to make sure the conversations were done first before it was like, hey, Lydia, go talk to Irene. Or if it's like Lydia just goes over there and the camera didn't follows because she saw Irene sitting by herself. Like thinking about this, like, I don't know. I was having the best time with this episode. I was like, this editing is interesting today. I also thought it was wild that the queens got to sort of help each other out for their talent shows by, I guess, going in pairs together and working it out between the two. I was like, okay. Interesting. Oh. So... no shade. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I felt a little different about it, to be honest with you, because how did they decide the pairing was my uno, and my dos is, I don't know. I don't know. This was interesting. They didn't explain how they came in pairs. They did not explain that, which I wanted, and I did. I was like, can we get some sort of explanation on this? Because this is kind of interesting, if you will, and how this sort of took place and happened. But it is what it is. I don't know. This part was cool for me. I was like, oh. I was like, oh, okay. I was focused on 2 out of 4 of the dances. Yes. I need them to introduce it or something of the sorts a little bit, because it was a little, I was like, oh, okay. So when we start doing that, And why are the pairs the way the pairs are? And is it based off, because there's only 3 coming from the group, so it's not like they're coming from their own brackets helping each other, but they sort of are but aren't. I don't know. It was interesting. Either way, following day, a conversation about trans rights and being in drag as a trans woman, and a lot of stuff that's happening across the world, the United States in particular, when it comes to, gender markers and the climate and the way people are acting, this and the other. I was here for Aja and Bosco having this conversation, as well as Irene prompting this one and others giving ears to listen, as well as support, as our sisters are our sisters, and they do exist. And it's very annoying in 2025. We're still having to have these very basic conversations about being human beings. It's a little wild for me. Tad bit. I did not hear that, Keanu. And I recapped the episode and I reacted to it. I didn't hear that at all. Maybe I was still stuck on the argument. Either way, let's move into the judges. Michelle is a deer or a giraffe? A deer? A deer, right? A giraffe? Gazelle? Land creature? What? A deer, right? Like, right? Like, that's a deer, like a spotted dude. Like, I was trying to figure it out, because I was like, that's not a giraffe. Is it a deer? I was like, why a deer? A doe? It's giving doe, because I don't know. I want to say feminine. A brown cow with freckles. Y'all crazy. No, I'm just playing. That did sound stupid. Boo, Maddie, that wasn't funny. Rue, this hair looks lovely on you personally. The dress. I don't like this part at all. I love the color of the dress. I love the Lakers colors that are going on here. I'm here for the bottom of it and the silhouette. I just don't like this part at all. Like, I hate this part so much. The hair is fabulous. Fabulous. I do not like this part. It make it look like her titties hurt. I don't like that hurt titty feeling. It looked like them breasts are sore. It's not my favorite Michelle look. This sort of week, it was a little like, oh. You know what, Law? They're mad at you because you had something to say about one of the favorites. You can't talk about the favorites, friend. They gonna like you when you drag bitches they don't like. And when you say something about anybody else's look, they gonna get you. You made a mistake by comparing a queen to another queen on the main stage. Big mistake. Huge. Should never have done that. I didn't mind the critique personally. I didn't agree with said critique, but I didn't mind it. But like the way the internet and a particular group of people acted over his George's comment with the plastic tiara bit, I was like, y'all taking that way too wrong. Y'all taking that way too deep. Like, to me, it didn't look cheap whatsoever. But also, I wasn't there in person to see said Garmont. Okay, but when it's Lana, they don't care. Piece of material. I'm just saying, like, to me, I thought to myself, I was like, man, y'all are so pick and choosy. It wouldn't be even a drag. Like that man, they don't watch Black Show. No, I'm just playing. They didn't watch Legendary. Okay. The very soft and sensitive children are just not prepared for some real ass opinions. Just like sometimes they're like, well, it's so deep. Girl, it wasn't that deep. Imagine him on Project Runway. Oh, they're going to be evil. Because you know he's going to be going in. He's going to be going in on Project Runway. They dragged Malaysia all week, but then under another queen who was happy that someone went home. I'm going to be quiet. You right, girl. You right, girl. Yeah, girl. Yeah, you right. You. Strange fruit. Strange, honey. Who is this? DeVry University Jacobs. Who is this? You know what? I'm going to look while we're on here. Accountability. That's what we're going to call it. And while we're being accounted, thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rant Pack family. Appreciate you so much for being here today. If you want to show a little love and a little support, please drop it to people in my jar at paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, and Venmo Matty-Rants. Hi, Mina. I want to thank you so much for tuning in and being here for today. Indigenous Canadian actress, writer, director. I almost said, why is she not on Canada's Drag Race then? Oh, she was in Echo. Oh, in the show Reservation Dogs. Okay. Anything else I know? Ooh, didn't watch that. Never gonna see that. Not my taste. Never would be. Nope. Oh, she was in American Gods? Okay, work. Anything else? That's it? Okay. I think I thought her name was DeVry for the second here, and I was like, that's a gag that they got the child behind the fucking university where you can get a trade real quick for a 2-year degree. That's cack. You know what I mean? But I realized that it also wasn't the girl who I thought was on another show that I thought was canceled that is going to be back on air again. And I was like, dang, she looked a little bit different. I was like, oh, that's not the same person. And then I looked at her again and I kept squinting and I still didn't know who she was. But I think it's amazing that she's on the show and that there's a space for her to be a part of this and to give her opinions and to tell us what her thoughts are on a talent show. So to the talent show. Are you sorry, I was about to swear. Are you serious? Canadian actors can't be on Canada's Drag Race due to it being non-union. They'll be banned by SAG. What? My phone falling. Like, what? Jesus Christ. Okay, let's talk about Aja and what I had to put the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit in front of me for, because no, not me. Thank you. So the Christian in me, wanted to pray over this and throw some holy water in all kinds of biblical proportions. The sister in me enjoyed the hell out of this and thought she did a very good job. Personally, that is the smallest machete I have ever seen. And my mama used to carry a machete literally and go out in the woods to make sure no snakes would get her, because she liked to go outside like that. But that is the smallest machete I have ever seen in my entire fucking life. Like, dead ass. I was like, what is that? I was like, that's from the gift shop, sister. That's crazy. I'm used to them being big girls, you know what I mean? And I do mean like Jason Voorhees big, because that's what I'm used to seeing. So I was like, oh, okay. This was fire. Personally, I thought the performance was great. It was fun, but this, to me, my favorite part is when we had the screams and it was ow. I was like, oh, she was chewing that up. Then she threw the 5 elements in there and gave us a little 1 2 1 2. I saw the hands. We got a little catwalk, the duck dips and spins. I said, okay, spins and dips. I was like, okay, we got the 5 in here, and I thought that was a kick. I was very happy. I was like, okay. So we did a little, what I want to show you a bit of my culture, throw also a little bit of my, background invoking the Miyake Mugler was out. I was like, all right, I am pleased. I was like, okay, no. She said it was a real one on the internet, but I was like, baby, that is the smallest machete I have ever seen in my life. And I believe there are probably different sizes to machetes, and I'm probably just used to only seeing the one you can get, the regular style. But I was like, oh, okay. The outfit. But yes. Ooh, not that being the first comment you choose to say. But yeah, I love this. I thought it was really enjoyable. The outfit was, it was good. Loved it. These burlesque numbers, I'm personally tired of. I'll be real with you, but this was good, and it was fun. It was a fun number. It was clean, and it was well done. Is how to me, it wasn't my favorite of the night, but it was very clean, very well done, and it was Bosco to the tooth, like down. So I could see why it was. Was it clean? Yeah, it was clean. That's why I said it was clean, didn't I? Talk about was it clean? Bitch, I said that. That's what the fuck I said. No. That's why she won, right? No. She had trouble with that handstand. That is because you're not on the moans. And that handstand had a feminine wrist with it. That's what you saw the trouble in. That's how clean it was, Eric. You cannot see through the woman that was there. Okay? You gonna let that ride, friend. That's what we gonna do. That's what you're gonna do. You want to talk about whelmed, Keanu? This whelmed me. Butch Madonna over here. Girl, child. Yeah. The song was cool. Ballhead bitch Betty. Ballhead bitch Betty. That's all I heard. Bitch, ballhead Betty. Bitch, ballhead Betty. Sweaty. Bitch, ball. I'm done. I was like, okay, we good. Then we had the colorful melanated titties, in the fishnet. It looked wild to me. Those little rubber duckies, like Ernie would hate to see them coming. It was just a lot to take care of. I will say, the office setup was fun. I like the song. The song was fun. It was bitch Betty, ball-headed, diabetes, bitch, ball-headed, type 2, bitch, ball-headed, bitch, I'm a gay man, bitch, like that. But it was still key. It was still a key. I was like, oh, okay. So you yelling. All right. Ginger did good. Ginger did really good. Like, yeah. This was clean. This was clean. I'm here for the reveal. The vocals were right where they needed to be. I said, okay. Dances around her, everything was it just was perfect. Perfect. I also, I'm tired of this frog bit. I'm tired. But it was funny. It played into the song, and it was a great number that was done. I personally loved it. Yes, down. I loved all of it. Like, from beginning to end, I was like, oh, this was fabulous. Irene, you are my favorite part of this season. Story-wise, for sure. The first out, coming back in strong, and you have not lost your momentum. This talent show was very cute, and yes, it does make up for the glass of water, because all you had to do was sing about how you're talented. Trust me, I'm talented. When you drank this water and was doing the lip sync part, we could have ended it right there, and I'd been fine. I'd been full. I'd been full right then and there. It was not the best of the night, but it was a very cute and fun number. Now, the thing is that I ask you this question. What is the difference between this performance and what we saw Mistress do? This is technically a comedy original performance routine bit. Is it because Irene's was more song focused, where it had sort of a pick up and go, whereas Mistress performance was a commercial ad for something, and then it went into like a full-on bit of spoken word, more spoken word than this one was. A lively backing track. Okay. Story was more clear. Okay. I'm asking because technically this is in the same wheelhouse of what they were both doing. This one just had, for me, a catchier song to go with it, where Mistress came out and did like we're depending on the vocal and everything around me to do something. Or, and I feel some of your answers are based on this. There you go. I feel some of those answers are probably that too, but yeah. There you go. If I'm gonna go to this thing tonight, I'm gonna have to pull some twins. Maybe later. Ubers are so expensive. Storyline dictated that Mistress be sent home before the finale. I don't even know about storyline. I'm more so like, that's a Mistress. I wanted to leave before the finale. Not even storyline. You talk about a producer and someone who self-edits himself? Nah, shit was done. That lady was done. Done. Oh no, I just read it that way from the beginning of the episode. I was like, yeah, I believe we've about had enough time. I believe we are finished, and they're gonna play me. I already know I already know who they're gonna win. I'm out. Like, as far as whatever I want to do, I'm just about to burn things as I walk. Like, it's gonna be giving me, this girl is on fire, but I'm not walking like a walking. Never mind. Let me stop before some of those fans come out of here. But yeah. Sorry, y'all. I was trying to get something done here. Okay. Has it just been playing as I've been trying to like do this crazy thing I've been trying to verify? Okay. Yes, it has. My bad. Okay. So I liked Irene's performance, and it did very much make fun of the glass of water. To me, it did what needed to be done. It really did. And Irene, it's been a strong coming back. Like, dead ass. Like, if you don't win the season, Irene, you have definitely won me as a new big time fan and supporter, for sure. Like, we did not see nothing but you talking cash shit the first episode, then getting sent home. So it was tough. But this week, I mean, not this week, but this show in particular, All Stars 10, oh man, like one of the best ways to bring back somebody and for them to show the fuck out. They've done that. So I'm happy for Irene personally. Tito Burrito, thank you so much for the tip people on Venmo. Because ride shares is expensive and maybe a snack. Thank you. For the snack, I'm gonna say no. Because I just went to the grocery store and I'm so trying not to get anything extra. I even made spaghetti last night that I had to put in storage containers because I could not eat all of it. But maybe I will apply it towards the cable internet bill is what I'll do for the snack portion of that. So thank you. Georges. Now, I personally like George's performance as much as I also enjoyed Ocean Kelly's track because this was Ocean Kelly down. Same thing with Aja. I heard that Ocean Kelly and I was like, okay, she wasn't voguing. And I know she likes to vogue because the turkey and it's the viral tweet, so I thought that was a key. Voguing was not happening, but she was giving little boom booms and 1-2s, 1-2s. She was 8 counting down. I mean, if she was a J setter, yeah. She was, yes. But the nogging was in full effect. Nogging was happening, but voguing, but she was dancing down. And I'm also saying that mug is wild. It is so good. That mug is wild. It is so good. The fan, that fan with that wig, I'd throw money just at you for that. I'd throw money just at you for that. Oh, just for the fan and the hair. The cartwheel was clean too. I appreciated her cartwheeling on the box and cartwheeling off the box. It's also a safer way to do said things with keeping control of yourself because I'm not going to be shady, but I am a former gymnast. Cartwheeling was the least of your worries as a gymnast. That's the least of your worries, baby. Just saying. But she still did clean cartwheels. I have seen, loaves of bread do cartwheels on this show that had no business doing it. Loaves of bread. Vacuum cleaners doing way more than needs to be done, trying to test out the faults in the lines of the earth. Okay. But it is what it is. Homogeneous. I'm not going to say that, but I'm going to allude to said thing because as someone who used to have to go to the gym 9 to 11 hours in the day for gymnastics practice, shit, that's on the weekends. Weekday during school, it was 6, 7. I was there all fucking night. Oh my God. We wouldn't get out till midnight too. We used to hate that. I love gymnastics, but I don't miss how practice was. I hate bitch be so sore and tired. Oh my God. But yeah, this was fun. And it was cute for Georgia. So I like the song too. It was fun. So I was here for it. I was here for it. I was here. I like that. It's what needs to be done. That dip was a clean shablam. Yeah. And she got up very puss. But I was Aja. That was cute. Voguing not to be seen. But that was cute. A song about voguing nowhere to be seen. Baby, I want to out-see Diggy so bad for this comment he left in our group chat. I think he was being sarcastic. I'm hoping he was. Talking about George's outvogued Aja. I hollered. I was like, I know you lying. I know you might. Don't go to the OTA ever in your life and talk about, well, why they let the other girl? Don't. Do not. Don't. Do not. Oh, Lydia. I will show the receipt too. It's too late for him to delete it. So if you ever say I didn't say, yes, you fucking did, and I'm unable. You live in New York, for fuck's sake. No. Like, no, you better be sarcastic. Oh my gosh. Okay. To be honest, I wouldn't have liked this even if the reveal worked. I wouldn't have liked this even if the reveal worked. As silly and as goofy as this is, so basically Humpty Dumpty, and you come out of scrambled eggs. Yeah, that's how I felt about it. I was like, Like, I didn't hate it, but I thought to myself, okay, so she's breakfast. The fact they went back to back is wild. Is that not wild to y'all? Like, the talent show was going. We get to Lydia, and it's like, what the hell is this? And then Mistress goes after. I was like, would they have liked Mistresses better if it was in the middle of the show or like something? I said, not that you put them hoes last to then be in the bottom of the two. I didn't understand why. So Michelle and T.S. Madison are the ones talking in said commercial about, do you have a problem with A, B, C, D, E, F, G to then get Ozempic? And I was kind of like, okay, because it's with RuPaul, that does make sense. But then when we were like carrying, the injector out and we started to go across the room, talk about the product, go across the room again, talk about the product, I was like, she looks really good here, is all I kept thinking of myself. I was like, this dress is pretty. This is really pretty. I love what she has on. But I kind of clocked out, not gonna lie. I love my girl, but I was like, Now, when we did the side effects, I'm back in. Side effects was kind of a gag. I was like, okay. Like the way she was hit it. I was like, oh, you do it so well, Mistress. That was my favorite part. So the latter of this talent, worked out for me. I was like, oh, okay. We picked it back up. But I will say that first and that second, I wasn't here for it for him. That last though, I was like, ooh, but not enough. I was like, okay. I think this may be my favorite category this season, or at least for overall looks. Yeah, overall, yeah, because the majority of people for this runway chewed for me, in my opinion. One in particular devoured. But yes, foiled again is the category here. And I thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Compare these rant pick family. If you wanted to drop it to people in my drive for your boy hosting with the most, please and thank you. PayPal on me for /MattyRants, Cash App, $Matt924, and $MattyRants, as well as Venmo, MattyRants. I thank you for tuning in. Yeah. Aja is first. Wakanda where? Is my first initial thought. And if you tell me that's supposed to be Shuri's head, I like the look. Did not take it with the description. I said, you giving Nebula Roboticus tease, but like, I don't see you out there fighting with the Wakandans and shit. I just do not. I don't see none of it. No shade. I thought the hair was fire, though. I think her mug is great. I do like the outfit a lot. The description threw me. It was like, who? Where? I was like, Wakanda? Where Wakanda? I was like, oh my, but yeah. I was like, Craven the Hunter is now in charge of Wakanda. Like, what? What are we talking about? But yeah, I thought it was still a nice look, and she looks so pretty. Sorry, let me shut the fuck up. This is like Craven's stupid ass. Oh my goodness gracious. Up next, Bosco. Don't even take off the coat. Don't even take it off. You just leave this on and keep walking. And I was sold. But the way she took off this coat. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my puss. You know, I don't say that as much as I used to. This is puss. Puss down. See you next Tuesday in capital letters. PUSS. Finish the rest. It is so good. It is one of my favorite things I've ever seen in this show. Vibe UK 2003. Wakanda v New Jersey. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. The wig, the hair, the mug, the shape, the silhouette. Fire. Severe, honey, severe. Let her walk in a ball. Let her have walked in a ball with this outfit on. Oh my God. Let her have walked, baby. Clear her to the next round. She going through. Grand prize. I mean, I love all of it. I love every single bit of this, from the top of the fucking scalp to the bottom of the ground where the shoe rests and lays. I love it all. I have no notes. Everything and then some, all of the above is one of my favorite things I've ever seen on Drag Race, period. And I'm glad Law brought up the fact that she did not wear a bunch of fucking jewelry. And she kept it very simple, very chic, very simple. Oh, I just loved it. I loved it. Diabetes is next. This is more duct taped again versus foiled again, but it gives the illusion of said foiling, right? This is different for Betty, for sure. I appreciate it. I like it. I'm not in love with it, but I appreciate it. I'm like, okay, this is different. And this is not what I would have expected you to do. And I do like the fact that you have this hair coming out the top the way that you do, with the whole covering the side like this. I was like, this is kind of fire. And I like that. So I guess what's cool. To me, it doesn't read the category for foiled again, but silver-wise and construction and overall thought, I was like, okay, very nice. I wouldn't give it to her because she didn't do foil for me, but I still gave it because I was like, this is different. I like it. Ginger Minge is next. I'm going to talk about the shape real quick because, bitch, I see it, Ginger. It's going right out. I see you, friend. Yada. Ginger, what's your waistline? Wa-da-da-da-da-da. I think it fits her great. And it's a really cool way of showing off this new body. And it personally looks interesting and cool on her. I have two things I want to do to make this dress work for me and for it to be the best dress ever. I want all this ribbon shit to be taken the fuck off right the fuck now. Everything else about this silhouette Freddy wise, yeah. It's doing what I needed to do. That rib cage shit is driving me insane. And I do hate that those are sleeves on there. I will agree with Law on that one. Because I was like, yeah, them arms need to be shown and give her a nasty little bracelet. Give her a nasty little cuff bracelet moment tease. Let them arms show. Keep it right there, or give it a sheer sleeve if you want to do a little something. But like, I not hate it so much, but it just, to me, I didn't really get to see the shape the way she wanted to portray it because of the ribbing on the front of it. But I still think it looks really cool the way it's shaped around her body. I still like it. Like, I still like it a lot. I just wanted to just take that one thing off and then be like, okay, there she go. But I was happy for her. Go ahead, Ginge. It's different. Irene, I swear to God. I hate that you had the T-Rex arms outside of that. Oh, wow. These are my favorite wings to have ever hit this stage. Ever. One, because your arms are in them, so you can freestyle them bitches. They don't look like they're just stiff and sitting there. So they're just... Oh, it did so much. And the way the feathers on the full bit, okay? Like, they gave expensive. They moved in the wind tees. It felt like you were catching air. So, like, yeah. Now, again, this in the front was weird, but I'm going to be honest with you. It didn't matter as much because we were so focused on the garment and the wings. Like, I could look at the arms, and if I study them for a very, very, very long time, I'd be like, okay, yeah, they're very small. But if I just looked at the outfit overall, I wouldn't fucking care. Like, in this still, I just would not. I would just be like, okay, work. When RuPaul said, I don't know why did you choose the arms with the link to punch God, which was so fucking, it should made me laugh. But her mug, the hair, the entire outfit itself, the way this was presented, just beautiful. Beautiful. The way you work them wings. Oh my God. Ooh. This shot right here with the light and the way it hits with the ring and the way you should be so proud of yourself. I do wish the arms were propped different. I mean, I wish the arms were propped differently versus the way they're holding like this. I kind of wish she was holding the sword like that. I don't know why, to me, almost like walking like this with the wings flapping, or almost as if one of the arms was like held like this and the sword was like that. So that way it looks like she's going into battle position while the wings are flapping. That's just me being a nerd. But other than that, it was fucking amazing. So, that's a face, baby. That's mug. That's a mug, honey. That is a mug. That is a beautiful face. Beach, don't stand next to Jennifer Lopez. She's gonna steal some of your youth. My God. Baby, this is pretty. And as much as Law wanted to give the goops and whatever, this was pretty. It was pretty. It did what it needed to do for me, personally. Personally, it did what it needed to do for me. Okay, I was like, she's fucking pretty. That mug is so goddamn nasty. And even though Law did give his critiques, he did give Georges her flowers with the face. Like, no, bitch, you paint. You paint, sister. Wow, that face. I love how the hair is going into the star on this side of it. On the back, it's still silver, but it gives the effect that the hair is doing all of this. I personally did like this dress. I would have removed the chains on the glove or the wrist, on the armbands, excuse me. I would have got rid of those. That was one thing that distracted me because the dress itself already seems heavy and that made it feel a little bit heavier. But like, yeah, I would have removed that one thing. Lydia, this was fire. Oh my God. This may be one of my favorite things you ever brought to this show ever. A xenomorph foil aluminum metal metallic tease. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? As a Alien fan who loves the Alien series through and throughout, Ripley Sigourney, baby, yes. Come on now, that's my girl with the flamethrower and some underwear, carrying a cat in a carrying case. You could never push severely. Bitch, didn't have no fucking bra or nothing. It was simply a white beater, some white underwear on, flamethrower, and a motherfucking cat. Bitch, please. Then the second movie had to go find that little girl that wasn't even hers. Went and saved some child that wasn't even her baby. Please get away from her, you bitch. So one of the best things to ever be seen on any movie. It's so fucking good. Get away from her, you bitch. It's the way that Sigourney Weaver says it too. Like, you bitch. It was like, ah. Alien and Aliens can never be top for me. And it's very hard to watch any of the other sequels because those two movies together are perfection for me. Like, Alien was all about the buildup and the intense and the essence of dread and fear in some place like space with this alien on this ship, whereas the second one was the action movie that people wanted from the first movie that gave it a little bit more camp tease and made it way more like thriller based. Kind of makes me feel like where a lot of the action movies like Jurassic Park and this, that, and the other go into. Sorry, I'm on my little long rant, but this is why I love when people reference movies and shit that I love. The xenomorph look was everything, and I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I love this. You know, I actually didn't hate this. I hated that there were so many chains all over it that made it look so heavy. Because whoever did the armor work on this is fucking fire. The armor work is fire. Whoever did the armor work, fire. All this, I never asked for a free ride, for sure. The chains, though, that was like, it's a lot. That was my issue with it. It was like, ooh, I wish there wasn't so many. There's so many. It doesn't have to be that many. Like, the armor is gorgeous. We don't have to have all that other stuff on there. This is what I thought she should have done. Instead of doing the chains to give like the gown effect of it or the dress, it should have had some sort of fabric that was a little bit way lighter looking. So that way when she walked, it had movement. And so it's armor, but there's sort of a sense of like softness with the, I don't know what kind of fabric, and I don't know, not lame, but some fabric that would be very good with when you walk, it gives movement and it gives fluid, very fluidity. So that's what I think should have been different here. Keep the armor, yes, but instead of chains, that's too heavy. It should have had some fabric into the way it was, I don't know, just the way it should have been done a little bit differently. But I do like whoever did this work on the armor. It's actually really gorgeous. I just was like, this is way too much with the chains. Way too much going on with the chains. The muggy is wuggy. And I said, like, the hair. I just was like, oh. The chains were the problem, not the armor. Better silhouette than last week for sure. Now, we get the judges' critiques. You know, I knew where this was going. Everyone got really positive critiques outside of Lydia for their performance and Mistress for overall everything. You know what I mean? Like, very much that. Very much that. But I said, okay, I see where this is going. I was like, oh, it's Mistress versus Lydia. I already do. Like, this is Mistress versus Lydia. Oh, it's a lot to take in. Mo to the dun 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 dun. Every time I see your name, I think of Moesha, but not Brandy when she ran over those people. It's Monica. Monica. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? Thank y'all for tuning in. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, and go for this Rampant family. I'll be on the replay for this review. Mistress confused me. Thank you, Monica. Appreciate you. Did I take the Moesha song and turn it into a dragging about someone's past history that everybody's forgiven them for, except for me, because I'm clearly dark-sided. But yeah, it's me. Ralph, hey friend. Thank you for the tippy poo on Cash App. I've never lost a lip sync on Drag Race. LOL. Famous last words. I tell people all the time, don't give Drag Race the chance to produce you by saying something where, oh, you think you bad? I'm gonna send you home. You think you're gonna win this week? I'm gonna take that away from you. Oh my gosh. I can't. Bosco is the winner of this week's challenge. Congratulations to Bosco. They really did want this. I'll be honest with you, I gave it to Bosco the moment I saw the dress. The moment I saw the dress, not even the talent show. That dress, I was like, give it to her now. Like, I don't even care what happened for the talent show. We're just looking at her. I'm sorry. I'm being biased and being very honest with you. Yeah. I didn't even care about the talent show anymore once we got to the runway. It was that dress that did it for me. I just give it to her now. Just give her money for just wearing that right now. Right now. So I was like, okay. Bottom two, mother-daughter, Mistress Isabel Brooks, Lydia B. Collins. Like I said before at the beginning of this, I felt Mistress was already over it from the previous episode. Now things went down and said, I'm about to set fire to everything that happens. And when we get here, even more so, it's like, this is the narrative. Let's clock in. You never lost lip sync before. All right. We're going to put you with somebody who has one lip syncs. I almost said it a different way. Oops. We have somebody who made people feel uncomfortable for the majority of the time that they were there. We got somebody like, yeah. And then you adopted this person and it just all really fits story-wise to have her in the bottom again, but also because she didn't do well this week on top of that. And it being Lydia, who did not have a great talent show, Runway was immaculate, but not enough to save. The song is Guess, featuring Billie Eilish, Billie Elon Musklish. Okay? I don't know why we needed the remix. I don't even know why they did the remix, personally, but pop off. It was dark-haired girls that look like they steal souls by staring into people category is, but yeah, pop. I like Guess. This is a good song. I just prefer the original. I'm just going to be real with you. Yeah, the only Brat remix song that I personally like, and you can calm down, Pales, calm down. Personally, is the Tinashe back-to-back one. That chews for me. That back-to-back. Yeah, that one with Tinashe. Love that one. Love that one. But this is the song I always felt like, did we need this? It was like, they're not going to sleep with each other. What are we doing here? I'm just going to be honest. I'm not going to be afraid of whoever hates me after this. Lydia be doing too much for me sometimes in these lip syncs. This wig gave up right after this moment. Like, the wig was in place. It will never be back in the same position ever again after this. Mistress, we have seen her when she's going in, and I didn't feel she was going in as hard as she normally does. It felt like they're not gonna give it to me. Like, I also thought it was a gag that they did this split, and you was in the back, sister, and Lydia doing her, I'm gonna slide on the ground and almost break my hip number bit. Something about it threw me off for me. And I was just like, I'm watching this one over here give, y'all have to send me home, so why are we playing? Like, you know what I mean? That's what I was getting from Mistress was like, why are we doing this? Yeah, y'all not gonna keep me up with this girl. Like, stop playing in my fucking face. Like, Lydia's wig was fighting her the whole lip sync. Not one piece of underwear was shown. Lydia won when she did this walk. When she did this walk, that's when she won for me. I was like, okay, Lydia wins now, because she did that wild ass walk. That that shit had me hollering. So I was like, oh yeah, give it a lid, because that was fucking funny. And then Mistress, guess the color of my, and I'm like, not the Pottaboo. We don't give a damn no more, girl. Give it to this baby. Them Pottaboo, I don't give no fucks anymore, is what they were. No yays, no nays. Pottaboo, I don't give a damn. I personally thought it wasn't a bad lip sync. I just saw two different stories happening where it just was like, you definitely gonna give it to the other girl, because this one over here don't look like she wouldn't even be here no more. That wig, I know. Oof, that wig went through it. The abuse. But Lydia stays, and Mistress Isabel Brooks is eliminated, which I fucking hate, because I love me some Mistress. Shout out to Houston representation. Our H-Town native did not make it into the finale, and I hate that so much. But I also did. These last two episodes were a little tough. They were a little bit, why are you so mad, girl? What's going on? But like, two things can be true at once. Mistress said she gave her that wig match. That's why it didn't work. That little neck. I know she's been with Corey for a minute, but that neck ain't that strong right now. You see, that neck wasn't ready for that wig. She over here. You want to guess how long that's gonna flip it forward, baby? That needs a little trunk. You understand what I'm saying? There needs to have some rings on that tree. Hold that up. Stoop man's gonna leave the stoop. Hey, I'm spreading the word. That wig left. Stoop kid was gone. That's a Hey Arnold reference for you young bitches. All right, so Bosco crying in the back gagged me. You also look severe crying, Bosco. No shade. I was like, oh no, but I also was like, I was sad too, because I don't want to see Mistress out. That's my bitch. I love her. I'm gonna fuck out. Y'all be mad at her one day and love the next when she's talking about somebody you don't like. George is over there, oh my god, you know what I mean? Like, George is crying, Lydia crying. That look at her in a quick and then right back to it again. Woo, that was nasty. And it was so puss how it was done too, because she was clapping, but then went she's leaving to the camera, like one of those little mouth and then goes. I said, whoa. Wow. Because it wasn't a F you, bitch. It was a see. All right. See. See. That's what that was. That was very that. Not a F you bye, but very well. It was very that. Well, told you. It was very. You should have been focused on. Very, very told you. Very. See, told you. See, that's what that was. It was definitely not some I hate her, but very. Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get. But anywho's. Now to my least favorite part of this episode. While sad, my sister Mistress is gone to the glee of others. My sister, who I literally just saw last week, Miss Angeria, Paris Van Michaels. I was like, I just saw her just last week. Shout out to Angie. Now, this is stupid. Not Angie. Angie's great. In her, it's giving me Atlanta Baptist Choir Church of Latter-day Saints, possibly lady of the church. They can't stand her because all the money's going into the house. Okay. You got how many motherfucking people up here? And what happens? Oh, I was over it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? 11 people. 11, imagine. Two out of 11. Ross voted for Mistress. T.S. Madison voted for Carrie, and so did Michelle. Both people from the pink bracket. One who went on to the semifinals. I had the same energy for if Cynthia got picked, because it'd be like, she made it to the semifinals. How's that? Why is that fair? The other girls have been at home waiting. So you're telling me Carrie has a 66 point, round that up number, chance of being in the finale for a lip sync for the crown? Right, Max. As much as we can say someone deserves something, I'm also not wanting to see someone get dragged in a lip sync. High key. That's not entertaining for me. I'm like, why? The track record alone, like Mistress saying she's never lost one, like Carrie be having all the opposite day scores. You know what I'm saying? When am I going to win one? Like that sort of tea. Like that's not entertaining. You're going to send some girl in who's not going to give the goose, who's not going to give them. She's great when she's not doing drag race lip syncing. She's great when she's doing booking numbers, and I'm seeing her for a show lip syncing down to whatever B track side of some sort of artist that only gets arena tours. Pump. But like oh no. If Mistress came back, that'd be a different story, because I know that girl could actually do something with a number. And it would also be kind of funny just because she just went home and it would cack Aja and it'd be like, see, that would be funny. But to the other people who were not even on the minds of those judges, that's what pisses me off. Deja Sky deserves some time. That girl can lip sync, down. What are we doing here? Olivia, down. Why is that not on there? Nicole Page Brooks, the Legacy Mamas. Are we crazy? Even Phoenix deserves another chance at this. Denali, for fuck's sake. You don't want her to win? I mean, you weren't going to let her win when she went against Ginger. So, like, I don't know why y'all wanted to see Denali come back to not win the crown anyways. Ooh. If she didn't win her lip sync against Ginger and that pissed you off that much, what makes you think they were going to bring Denali back to then go into the finale to then lip sync for the crown? Would you like Monet to have this conversation with Jinx on the line, or do you want to do this some other kind of way? You good? Are we good? We good? It's giving. Like, be serious. Oh, like, Denali. Sweetie, honey, baby, girl. That girl literally shot bows and arrows and was Katniss Everqueen on stage with Ginger Minge before Ziplocked. You're crazy if you think that that girl coming back was going to win the show under whose eye? Yours? You're not running the show. You're not production, neither am I. She's a strong lip syncer, and she is talented as hell. She wasn't going to win. Not when there's a Ginger and a Georges in the way. That wasn't going to happen. Aja right there, too. Oh, no. I'm sorry, boss. Oh, no. In Wild Card, that is tea. There needed to be, and that is why they set the game up the way they did, a moment where you got to be messy to get far. And if you don't want to play that game, you're not going to go there. Ask Carrie, ask Nicole, ask Tina. You also have to be smart about your mess and not move too quickly, which that happened to somebody who I love dearly. They moved too quickly. There also were in multiple alliances that got them fucked up, Olivia, and it kind of messed up the social game to now look like, aha. Whereas Aja didn't come off that boom. I'm just saying, they give you a game and they tell you to play it. Play that game. I don't have to do all that. Yes, you do. Right now you do. Because we could have had you in the semifinals because you played a game that got you there. And now guess what? You find out it's back to OG rules. You ain't got nothing to be mad about. Yeah, you got to meet them in the middle some kind of way. You got to do something that's going to be a little reckless, a little young and reckless. Not Ferrari bitch ass, but yeah, like, please. Anywho, they're going to me, it feels like they're going to bring back Carrie because that would be a great storyline to have the person who fucks you over get eliminated prior to you coming back to then have the opportunity to lip sync for the $200,000. Whereas they do not get to come back. 1, 2, they were in the ball rolling with you. So they were a part of it and you end up winning because that's the karma that you asked for. Or Mistress comes back and it's kind of funny because they thought, oh, the one that was taking all the energy out the room is gone. We cool on that. Fuck her. Blah, blah, blah. But then she walked back in the room like, and you know I can lip sync, so what's good? Would be interesting. So I see multiple equations from this. Thank you, Wildcard, for the super chat. This Swiss may have my name on it, but I do not affiliate with anything this busted lottery draw did. 2 brackets getting shunned out was gross to me. It is. I agree. I don't like that for all the other girls and all the queens, this, that, they, then, and then somes. For those other brackets, that's fucked up. For both the purple bracket and the orange bracket. You only pick people from the pink. And then it's someone get the same in 2 votes for what that. No. And then the way y'all saw when that, that shell of a man sits there and twists and rolls, the bingo, whatever the fuck that is. Yeah. Cares the word. Them balls are not moving. He's like, I'm not looking. They're still in the same position you put them in, sister. You. Wide eyes apart over here looking. I'm like, girl, let's stop. Like, stop. It just drives me nuts. A Tambala. Is that what it's called? Ade Due Dimbala. I thought you was getting Chucky up in here. They was giving me the power. I bet. Wait a minute now. You trying to get in a good guy, dog? What the fuck? I'm just playing. But like, yes, I was like, stop it. Michelle's face also clocked it for me. But anyhow, that's the episode, y'all. That's episode. My stomach. I need to eat something. Oh, yep, that's the make room burp. Episode 11, the last episode before the finale of All Stars 10. Who do you think is going to win? I'd love to hear it in the comment section. Make sure you get in the comment section and talk about it. I need you to talk about it. As a reminder, Monday will be Drag Race France All Stars. That will be an edited review for your pleasure. And Drag Race Brazil Season 2 will be Tuesday. Also an edited review. Tomorrow is Sunday. Congratulations. Everyone has a calendar, Matthew. That's the panel tomorrow, so tune in for that. I will have one of those reactions for both France All-Stars or Brazil up by tomorrow too. So if you're a part of my Patreon, be on the lookout for that. And then Brazil will be following up the next day for surezies. I have a game of Munchkin I need to make sure I continue to be top reigning supreme on here. They're probably going to wear me out today, so I just need to like bring my Switch so I have something to do while I'm getting beat up. So I got to do that today. After this, I need to get ready for that. So I appreciate y'all for choosing me and tuning on in today and talking about this show. We may not agree on everything, but like y'all have your opinions and I want you to have them. And I just want you to let me have mine too. That's the whole point of this. And we just be able to talk about the show together, agree to disagree, but no one needs to take each other down just because we don't agree with each other or make someone feel little or less than. And also not be as sensitive to some people giving you constructive criticism. That. So yes, I love you guys and gals and those who don't subscribe to anything, the theys and thems and all those in betweens. I appreciate you for tuning in and listening to me talk about said show. So much to come up on this upcoming week. I can't wait to share it with you. Find all my information in the about section of this channel. You know where to go. As well as Patreon for Zoos $1. Bookable on Cameo, merch.com, PO Box. Just send me something really nice in my box. Put something in my box. And also an affiliate partner with Paramount Plus. Get that free week of Paramount Plus on me. Enjoy all this All Stars, RuPaul, and all this kind of stuff there. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate that. We're trying to. It is time to take these braids out, though. It is time to take these braids out. I left them in an extra week, which I'm like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? But yes, I will be taking them out this week. I was trying to keep them in for the interview I got to do for that show with the person who was on the show that wants to have the interview, but I think I'm going to take them out before then, just style my hair because I'm like, girl, and I know it's going to be a lot of new growth. Well, thank you for tuning in to this review. Thank you. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the tippy boos. Thank you for the conversation. Thank you for the discussion. Thank you for interacting and being a part of this world. Hit that like button before you walk out the door. Make sure to give yourself a little bit of a hug from me. Not a little hug, a big hug from me. And if you wanted to drop a tippy poo, the PayPal, the Cash App, the Venmo, PayPal.me for such rants, Cash App, $Matty-Rants. And the MattyRants is right there for you. But the comment section, I need you to get real strong and tell me your opinions, as well as hit that like button. I'll see you for the next one. Take care, everybody. Very good shoe. But no, I had a good time, y'all. Love you down. Take care. Oh, and don't forget the Slasian Royale Meet the Queens comes out on the 16th. We will be going live that day. Yes, honey. Yes. I'll see you then. Bye, y'all.
Listen.